So today we're doing the first episode of Stop the Crap. And the first lady to make it, not the lady from over St. Thomas, will come and chat.
My fellow St. Thomas people. Alright, I see a Labourite conference took place yesterday down by the urban center. Yes, that's what it was, a Labourite conference.
A Labourite conference. Should have played, no? But call it what you may, it was an amazing conference. So let's continue to hear.
And Kashina is all for development, especially when it comes on to St. Thomas. I am all for development.
I doubt it.
I'm not going to put down development and speak bad about any development. Worse for my parish, right?
That's exactly what she's doing.
All right, let me say this. Where the urban center is, Goodyear used to be there. There used to be a Goodyear factory there, and it closed down. And
of course, we know say Goodyear locked down under PNP. Everything basically locked down under PNP. But notice how she gives excuses for everything that did not happen under PNP. But she has a problem with the urban center and everything else that's positive, which is associated with the JLP. This lady is very disingenuous, but let us listen to what she has to say.
The first initiative was to have a tech center there where they deal with technology. And that was being orchestrated by PJ and Philip Paulwell,
AKA the Pipeline National Party. They promise to do things or they start things, but they don't bring it to completion. She's making excuses for the PNP, but pouring cold water on this great achievement that has been spearheaded by the JLP and Dr. Andrew Holness. And to that we say big up to Dr. Andrew Holness and the JLP.
a building was actually there. They actually started the process, but there was some problems, environmental problems. I don't want to go into that too deep right now.
Because if she goes into it, she will reveal more facts about what happened under PJ and Paulwell. You know, somebody brought this to my attention yesterday to say, JPU dropped this video. Then I heard Advisor, and Advisor took the opportunity to talk about not just that failed project that took place under PJ and Paulwell, but for others, such as InfoServe and other scandals that Paulwell has been a part of. This lovely St. Thomas lady is not going to talk about any of those things. So we're going to figure out what's really on her mind, because when I listen to this, I really have to ask myself, is this bad mind or ignorance or both that is on display? Lady, are you really happy for St. Thomas? PNP no do nothing with St. Thomas. And now that JLP has transformed St. Thomas in the eyes of the people who live over there, which is what Gramps Morgan was talking about, which brought tears to his eyes, and me hear other people on social media, including those who are highlighting what has become of St. Thomas due to this urban center. This lady is trying to find a way to make it look as if it's not a great thing or a big deal, but it is. And we say, show our labor rights. It's time for St. Thomas to vote JLP.
Right? Anyway, we got the urban center. So thank you, Andrew Holness, for letting the Chinese build the urban center.
It no matter who build it,
us,
it's built.
Right? But as I said, the first building that was on that piece of land, when Goodyear was no more, was a tech center that was going to be there. You know, PNP is all for education. PNP always thinking about education.
So let us stick a pin right there. She said PNP is always thinking of education. I will also help them also talk about education, but them not do nothing. So we just saw Wayne Chen put on his page that we had over 20 schools that were built under Hugh Shearer alone. PNP talk about education. They claim that they are always thinking about education. The next thing we have to ask ourselves, if PNP is always thinking about education, then why so much dunce follow PNP?
All right. PNP think about education, Labour right think about food.
Of course.
Yes. Because way more other businesses are going to be in that urban center. And all St. Thomas people talk about is the KFC.
We're glad say you recognize that more businesses will be in the urban center. And I wonder if she's a KFC lover, why it hurt her so much that people are talking about KFC.
Food. The KFC, the KFC, the KFC. All the labor rights going on about is the KFC.
We soon see you over there.
Right? No. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But labor rights don't love food. And the government always can catch you with food. It's up.
But no always I say road can yam. Why PNP stay so?
All about the KFC, and it's a whole heap of building over there, whole heap other businesses going to be over there, and all labor rights talk about is a piece of chicken one you can go buy now and then and eat.
Badmind!
No, as I said, I am all for development. Yes, it's going to create some jobs. What kind of jobs? What kind of job is it going to create over there for us? And as I said,
So, allow the place to develop, and you just say other jobs are going to be there. All kind of jobs going today. Customer service jobs, management jobs, people will be setting up businesses. Allow the thing to come into full fruition, lady. Be happy for St. Thomas. You feel better about the lack of development under the PNP? Make it make sense, lady.
I am not bashing any development at all.
Yes, you are.
Bashing any development at all, right?
Major bashing you are going with.
PNP, let us keep silent and just make we see how this play out. Because the opening...
So if she said PNP for keep silent, why is she talking?
Of the urban center in St. Thomas Western, that is not going to make Labour right win the next general election.
See, that is the entire motive behind this conversation right here. So, this lady see the developments that are taking place, and she knows say enough people over St. Thomas go and vote JLP because of the greatness that is happening. But as you know, comrades already, them never happy for see development that take place in a Jamaica yet. Them always a fight down Jamaica. We talk about it all the time on this channel.
So Labour rights, you have something running with all over the internet with the urban center, the urbans. That is not going to make Labour rights win the next general election.
It's going to make them win, because listen, we never had such greatness in 2016 when the Labour rights won. We never had such greatness in 2020 when the Labour rights won. So, what is the basis for saying that the urban center is not going to cause the Labour rights to win? Well, I have news for you. The urban center, along with all the other great developments that are taking place under the JLP, is going to deliver the third term for the Jamaica Labour Party. Shower Labour rights. And that you need for no lady.
But you don't make a fool of yourself and oh yes, if St. Thomas people voting back, PNP, we not have no ambition and we not have no this and we not have no...
That's a fact.
Let us see. Let us see.
So don't get caught up in our words, I mean, it pains my heart to think that somebody that's knows what's happening in St. Thomas, is looking at the reality of the developments taking place in St. Thomas. And as you can see, fear, big concern, is that the JLP now go win, the urban center now go make them win, and all of this foolishness. She is worried and fearful because of what's coming. She knows that the JLP is going to win St. Thomas by the works that you do. Coming like PNP, who only promise but don't deliver.
So when you take it on have a field day with it and think say, yes, it's going to make on win the next general election. It is not going to.
We're going to win, man.
Right? The next thing that I want to address is, I saw, is it an artist or an entertainer? An artist, yes. Or should I say entertainers? Entertainers are clowns. Yes, entertainers are clowns. So which one should I classify him as? An artist or an entertainer?
A big artist, one of the biggest singers. Big up to Grants Morgan and Morgan Heritage, who showed his patriotic side by talking about how he admired the JLP and Dr. Andrew Holness. He spoke about the fact that him stalk Andrew Holness' page, and he expressed how he felt to the point of tears about the developments taking place in St. Thomas. And we want to say big up to everybody in St. Thomas who are grateful for what Dr. Andrew Holness has done for St. Thomas, which was once the forgotten parish in Jamaica. Enough Jamaicans can't wait right now to go over St. Thomas. And what you think? Jamaicans are going to be foolish to give PNP any kind of credit for their failure to develop St. Thomas? No, that's not going to happen. This lady needs to understand that gone are the days when Jamaicans are going to make PNP run, come round, come fool them and come give them the $5,000 and to come cook pot just so that they can win votes, so that they can use the money that they're supposed to use to develop the constituencies and the parish just for the sake of winning elections. Jamaicans are not thinking like that anymore. This lovely lady needs to understand that all she come out here so and talk about, nobody now listen to her. If you look on social media, people have nothing but negative things to say. And she need to look within herself and wheel and come again with them a careless chat here. It's time to stop the crap. This does not make any sense. Time to turn St. Thomas fully green. And that we say. So I'm not even going to play the part about her describing Grams Morgan and talking about the events that they keep over there and asking questions about what them do with the money what them get from keeping East Fest or whatever. The man is not the government. The man forward from over there and him come put him blessings there. So, and we are saying for all of the people who listen to Kashima and hear how she put her words together and who not just focus on what she said, but the things that she did not say. Just understand that this is pure bad mind and ignorance from somebody speaking for the PNP because she is fearful of the inevitable, because JLP go win St. Thomas and JLP is going to get the third term and the PNP will be defeated for the third consecutive term in a Jamaica, and it a mad the whole of them right now. All of Jamaica is aware of that. So we are saying, big up to yourself. You earned the opportunity to be the first person to be featured on Stop the Crap. And we are going to continue to look inside the politics, inside of Jamaica, to see who else are chat crap. And we are going to call them out and we are going to feature them on the Steady Show, because we don't want no nonsense. We say show our labor rights. We say third term. Family, if you like my review of this video, go in the comments and let me know if you need some more. This is a Steady saying, like, share, and subscribe. Steady.
Me didn't have to be a labor right. Me didn't have to be a labor right. Look here. Then me could have never be a labor right. Jesus Christ, man. God bless me.